Call Halayim, Yahweh, ahchyam, Yahweh Shai, ahchyam, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect, the ahchyam out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. Alright. And hopefully gathering the elect. Alright, shalom to the few sisters that do listen to us as well and fall in line with the scriptures. And I do mean the very few. Alright, this is the brother Yahweh from the great millstone, Chicago camp. Basically, coming to you with another lesson concerning this work. Alright, this labor of love. The scriptures clearly tell you, that this is the work. This is the labor of love. I give you many examples. As shepherds, a shepherd is a job. In the ancient world, tells you we're a shepherd. The scriptures say, take heed to thyself and to the flock. The scripture talk about not muzzling the ox while I treaded the corn. The ox is, doing the work. All right. It's a cattle that is used to labor with, But in many ways, the scriptures, refer to this work is a labor, and I wanted to get into the fact is we have a job. It sounds cliche, but we have work to do. And hey, like the elder brother down in Dallas, Ariella, had mentioned some years ago, when you got your own business or you hustling or to something to that effect, you work different, you labor different, you on your own clock, your whole mentality of the work is different. And we are laboring for ourselves. We are running our own business. The scripture says what? It says what's that I'm looking for? Working out their own salvation in fear and trembling. All right, and that's what we're doing. We're running our own business and we're working out our salvation with fear and trembling. And one thing about the job, whether you're running your own business or whether you're working for a company, you don't bring your bullshit to the job. The shit you got going on with your girl, the shit, the horrible, horrendous shit. You might have a family member that died or whatever. You might have some shit to stress you out, but you don't bring it to the job. All right. This is big business, all right, because that affects your, what you do at home, it affects your work. You drink all night, you see it when it come time to perform. You all salty and shit at a bitch or whatever. You see it when you come time to perform, all right. Whether whatever type of work you're doing, whether you a boxer, whether you a doctor, whether you a lawyer, you gotta have your mind right, all right. And it's time for us to perform, and it's time for us to do the work. Nevertheless, let's get into some scriptures. This is Proverbs 22. This is Proverbs 22 and 29. It says, seest thou a man diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. All right, and it said he shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. That's a man that is diligent in his business. And we all looking forward to those crowns. All right, and that word mean, to my knowledge, if my memory serves me right, goes into being insignificant. All right. He said he shall not stand before unknown, insignificant men. All right, we're going to stand amongst the elect, seeing that we be diligent in this business. All right, because that's what the truth is all about. The scripture tells you how to be diligent, all right, and make your calling and election sure. Okay, and I had another one. I think it's in Proverbs as well. Yep. It says, Proverbs 27 and 23. It says, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flock, to look well to thy herds. For riches are not comely toward Salakia. For riches are not forever, nor doeth the crown endure to every generation. All right. But the point about it is, it says, be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks and look well to thy herds. We're diligent to do this work. All right. We're diligent to do this labor of love, and we don't let the world, the cares of this world, outsource us, so to speak. We don't let it fuck us up to where it is we can't work. We don't let it get overwhelm us. That's the word I'm looking for. We don't let it overwhelm us to where we can't do this work. Surely, we in the flesh, but we don't let this fuck up our priorities. And it's true, all right. And in any labor, you got all right, two things. You can view it as two things. The truth is a priority. All right, this worldly thing is an option. You know, just like, you know, you got to go to work for Esau or whatever, or you got to, you know, you got to move different because you're working for yourself or running your own business or whatever. You know you're going to go to bed at 9 o'clock because you got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, get to breakfast, you know, read a little bit, pray, you know, make, before you go out to your work journey, then you go out on your work journey, you know, you got to do certain things, you know, to get the business rolling, all right, but you prepare, all right. Like a dude once told me, man, he who fails to plan plans to fail. You have things planned out, and you know what you're gonna do, you know what you ain't gonna do. You know if you gotta get up at this time, at this day, and do this certain amount of tasks on this day, you ain't gonna be drinking all night. You ain't gonna be out tricking off all goddamn night. You're gonna be diligent, all right, and you're gonna set up. You're gonna arrange it to where as you make it, all right. You're going to prepare. But nevertheless, we handling this business for the Lord himself. So how much more are we to work? You know, with fear and trembling, we working for the Lord. We seeing that day approaching. And when I say that day approaching, I'm talking about the evil day. All right, the day of the Lord's judgment. All right. And this is an example of how the Lord wants you to conduct his business. All right. It says, this is St. Luke 19 and verse 12. It said, and he said unto me, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive him for himself a kingdom, and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds. And he said unto them, occupy till I come. And that's what we're doing. We're occupying. All right. We're handling our business till Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua comes. All right. It says, it does not, you know, the world even refers to your job as what? Your occupation. This is our occupation. Verse 14, it says, but his citizens hated him, and he sent a message to him saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called, to whom he had given money, that they might know how much every man had gained by trading. And that's doing the work. We gaining by trading. All right, through these experiences. All right, through going out here, through doing these sit downs, to doing your scripture of the day, the chapter of the day, or however your camp, your selective camp may have your daily attributes, the things you do on your own, the reading you do on your own, the praying you do on your own. That's us putting in the work, gaining these experiences so we can feed the flock and so we can earn ourselves salvation. All that counts as doing the work. You know, the brotherly love, the attributes which you basically bring to the body, to the table. All right. Because anything that doesn't bring vitality to the body, you know, is counterproductive, so to speak. We don't want cancer in the body. We want trading. We want people out here doing the work. All right. That's what the Lord needs, you know, for us to do, to prove ourselves to him. He has nothing to prove to us. He is who he is, you know. This is verse 16. It says, then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in very little, hast thou authority over 10 cities. Whew. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou over 5 cities. And that shows you that the Lord deals with measure. He deals with balance. All right. And he gives certain brothers certain measures. But whatever your measure is, you live up to it. The Lord gave that man a certain spiritual gift of 10 pounds. He gave him one, you know, in the spirit, you know, 5 pounds. You know, that's the limit that the Lord gave you. And you live up to that, man. Whether you're a great reader, you know, a brother who fluent in the reading, a brother who fluent in the Hebrew, a brother who fluent in the deep parables, you know, a brother who contributes financially, you know, because he has it. A brother who, you know, can give the ride, can ride the brothers in the camp because he has free time, you know, whatever it may be. The brother who good at making the signs, the brother who good at editing. You know, we all should be apt to somewhat of these levels, but some brothers more high than others, and we take what the Lord gave us and we push with it. But all right, it says, nevertheless, this 19, and he said, verse 19, St. Luke 19 and 19, and he said likewise to him, be thou over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Lord, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid in a napkin. For I heard thee, Salakia, for I feared thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, thou reapest what thou didst not sow. And he said unto him, out of thy own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knowest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore then givest not thou thy money? Salaki, wherefore then gavest not thou my money unto the bank, that at my coming I might require my own with usury? And he said unto him that stood by, take from him the pound and give it to him that have 10 pounds. All right, because the Lord will take that from you, man, and he'll give it to another brother that's already working, man. And that brother can see your ass get the boot. All right, and that'll just be a learning experience for him, you know. And he said unto him, Lord, he hath 10 pounds. For I say unto you that to every one of you which have shall be given, and from him that have not, even that he have shall be taken away from him. Don't be that guy. You know, I'm not that guy. It says, but those my enemies which would not that I should reign over them, bring them higher, and slay them before me. Because treason against the Lord and not doing the work is punishable by death. And if you fall out this thing, or you get the boot, you know, so to speak, and you go off and be a wicked ass nigga and you ain't doing the work of the Lord, you're gonna be led to that slaughter. All right. But nevertheless, you know, this work, this labor of love is relevant. You know, do it. And you know, like the scripture says, whatever thou findest thy hand to do it with thy might. You know, like the apostle Elder Ramlab says, man, you can't play the Lord cheap. He's not a cheap hoe. You know, like my like my beloved brother, you know, in the spirit world, Isaiah used to say, man, hey, the Lord ain't the nigga down the street you can just play with his money, you owe him and shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta flip the Lord's money for real. You can't be like that nigga Smokey on Friday. All right, just turn it over. You can't know, man. The Lord instilled you and entrusted you with a gift and a work and a labor of love, and you produce, man. All right, and you don't bring that shit, that outside shit you got going on here. You know, you handle your business. You know, pray that the Lord put the spirit on you to continue in this work. But with that being said, call Alalium, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, the trailblazers of all Israel, ushered in the kingdom of heaven, you know, on earth, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.